You are listening to The Winningest with Adam Wins. Intelligent information from those that have achieved the highest levels of success to become the winningest in wellness and wealth. Bringing you the winningest from around the globe to help you get to the highest levels of winning to become the winningest in everything you do. Leading the way to the winningest to get you the winningest levels in your wellness and wealth. Winningest with Adam Wins.
Hey, this is Adam Wins. This is the Winningest. And today we have a very special guest, a very long-time old friend of mine. Haven't seen him personally in about, I think, 11 years. It's almost our anniversary of when we've personally been in the same place. This is Erro Verschoor from the Netherlands. And welcome, Erro.
Hi. Good day, Adam.
Beautiful.
It's been a long time, 11 years.
11 years it has. And you haven't aged a bit. You're looking young and healthful.
Thanks.
You just told me you just got out of the gym, which is great. I just finished my morning sauna. We're on opposite ends of the spectrum of the times. As far as you're about, 6 hours ahead, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 4.
Nice. So I've learned a lot of beautiful lessons from you in wealth and wellness. You introduced me to your beautiful gym there in the Netherlands, which is Special Sports. It kept me very diligent in my sauna routines, which I've kept up to date. I still daily sauna, so I try to get in 5 to 7 days a week. So I thank you for that. Today we're talking about something very special. And we haven't done this before. It's not really a plug for a product, but you put something into the marketplace that I think is incredibly revolutionary. And you were talking to me about it. You've been working on this project for a long time. It is something I have right in front of me. It's right here. Obviously, this is let's talk about the logo first. Nice. So this BB is your signature logo. I'm guessing, because we haven't spoke about this, but you designed it. Is that right?
True.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. True. Nice. So you're definitely a designer in everything you do. The bottles are beautiful. But let's talk a little bit about. Do you want to give a little bit of history about yourself first, and tell those who are watching the show for the first time a little bit about you and who you are? Because I know you from the TV business. So I know you from the TV business. You've been very successful in the TV business. You've made all sorts of shows, all sorts of music. They've appeared all over the world. So you've been on tons of MTVs. You've had your technology in those MTVs. You've been to the highest levels in entertainment and television.
The lowest levels.
Well, you got to go somewhere.
Part of the game,
it's only up. Right, exactly. So do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself, your passions? You're a very successful guy from the Netherlands. You're one of my mentors, and I really just would like everybody at home to get to know you a little bit too.
Yeah, well, it's so the name Erro Verschoor, difficult to pronounce, and usually they say Erro Verschoor, but I generally have a media background, and like you just said about the logo. I'm originally a designer, basically, but also entrepreneur. So things always got out of hand. So you start a little design company when you're 24, and then because you actually want to become a pilot, so you need to pay your bills for the flying lessons and everything. So you start a little design company. And by the time you're finished with your pilot training, there were 12 people working there. So decided not to proceed with a career in aviation, but the other direction. That's when I went to media, and I had big successes, big failures.
Hey, that's how you learn, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I sold the last company in 2013 to Fox, your Fox.
Yeah.
Actually, National Geographic, but not a lot of people know that it's owned by Fox. But and here in Europe, Fox design. It's now Disney design, by the way, because they also sold it. But
Nice.
the design department that does all the marketing and on air, online and stuff, that used to be my company.
Gotcha.
So that was in 2013. Then I helped my sister out. We have a family business. It's lunchrooms. You must remember that, bagels and beans.
Yes. We wouldn't refer that to here in the U.S. We'd call it a coffee shop. You know, to me it looks like a Starbucks with some good food.
Yeah, but you also know if you call something a coffee shop here, it means something else.
Exactly. So for those who are speaking American English today, it's a coffee shop. For those who are speaking in Dutch in the Netherlands, it's a lunchroom.
Yeah,
So,
very important detail. But there's 97 of them now, all throughout the country and in Germany.
97?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and still growing at a high rate. So.
Are you bringing it over here to the U.S.?
Not yet, but I think
I have to introduce you to one of my guys. He's got a big franchise company with over 300 franchises. So I'll make sure after the conversation we get you and introduce you to. His name is the Franchise Creator, and he's really
good.
You can just look at Franchise Creator. I'll introduce you to him. A great guy. He'll be able to if you're looking to expand to the U.S. with the coffee shops. He'd be able to help you out because we love our coffee in America and it has to be this size, you know. So.
And bagels too, eh?
Bagels, absolutely, especially where I'm here in South Florida. It's a bagel capital of America after New York.
So but now, so to finish it up, so I helped my sister out, who is in charge of the franchise, and. Then I started.
And you said there was 80 franchises to date.
94, I think.
94. Wow,
yeah.
That's a real success.
Yeah.
So far.
It can be a lot more.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. We'll also talk about China and some different things.
Yeah. But
after the virus, right?
Yeah. Let's wait a couple of months.
Sure. Exactly.
And but now So, and I still have some shares in other media companies, but the thing you were just showing.
Right. This is your new passion project, right? I mean, this is.
Well, actually, yes.
Okay.
It's really small at this moment. It's a really small company, but
you're solving a really big problem. So.
Exactly. So, you want me to give a background on what happened there?
I do. So in a very high level overview, my understanding of it is that this particular product, which is called the Fundamentals with a giant tooth on it, stops cavities. So it is a supplement that stops cavities in my understanding. Now, that's my high level, don't know much about it product other than it stops cavities. We've had the children on it. Per that, so I'd love to hear all the specifics.
Okay, I don't know if I know all the words in English, but so I have one partner in this company. The company is called Basal Basics.
Yep.
And he's dentist, and he's not just any dentist, but his name is Hans Beekmans. Okay. And for example, the royal family here are his patient.
Nice.
There are various people. I think he has 3 clients from Florida. Can you imagine? They fly with a private jet to the Netherlands to get their dental treatment.
I can imagine.
And they do it from South Africa, from all over the world. So, and he is something else. Really smart guy, and he it's like art when he does his work.
Nice.
I've known him since 2001, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 2001. I was one of his patients.
Nice. Yeah.
And but we got along, and about 10 years ago, he got really frustrated, and he started doing investigations or research, basically, because we were talking about a very simple question. How is it possible that if a patient has a cavity he fixes the cavity, and then these patients, they don't eat a lot of candy, as they say everywhere. They say, you eat candy, you get a bad, which I will get to later, is not necessarily the case. And they brush their teeth perfectly, still the next 6 months later they have a new one, or the old one has grown, or whatever.
Yeah.
So he started to look at it, and it took him, I think, 7 years to come to a solution. What he found, he started to do a research, and that research brought him all the way down to the cell, the body cell. So you think you're solving a problem in the mouth, and you end up in the mitochondria. You know what a mitochondria is?
Yes. For those at home, let's explain it a little bit.
Yeah. It's every cell in your body has mitochondria. It's basically a little energy factory. It creates the energy in every cell, and you have about 50 up to 3,000 per cell in your body, depending on what kind of cell.
It's the workhorse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going through it really quickly. What happens? Those mitochondria, they can only produce when they have certain minerals and vitamins.
Yes.
And these vitamins, I can name a few, which is calcium, it's magnesium, but you also need to absorb those minerals into the cell. You need K2, you need D3, and a lot of other minerals. If you don't get these minerals because you don't eat good, you have bad habits, drinking, smoking, whatever you can do, or you just eat mass-produced food, which practically everybody is eating. That's why everybody has cavities, and not just that, because this is only the most clear symptom of what's going on in your body. But these mitochondria need those minerals.
Right.
If they don't get the minerals, your body has a way how to access the spare supplies, because your body has spare supplies.
Sure.
Your teeth,
yes.
Exact same minerals. These are the minerals that your mitochondria need. Also, your bones, same story. But much harder for your body to get the minerals from your bones. But osteoporosis is a clear.
It's definitely a mineral leaching disease. So it's I mean that's what it is, what it does, and as we get older, it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
To all of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me switch off one thing here. Okay. So what we found out is if you don't have enough minerals, your brain signals to your gland, your saliva gland. I don't know how it's called. It produces the saliva in your mouth.
Yep.
And it changes the composition of the saliva.
Then
it allows plaque to grow.
Yep.
Plaque is the right word, right?
Plaque is definitely the right word. That's what.
And plaque, people think it's food or something. It's not food. It's bacteria.
Yep.
And if you ask me, it's probiotics.
Absolutely.
It's not bacteria, it's probiotics, because these bacteria help the body because they produce acid, right?
Yep.
This dissolves a bit of the minerals from your teeth. They enter back into your body through the bottom of your mouth or through the teeth itself, into the bloodstream. A very tiny amount. And then your body is happy, the composition changes back, and this is how cavities grow, or how you get them to begin.
Yeah, and I noticed, because as you know, my wife is 6 foot tall. My children I'm short. I'm 5'6". I'm a short guy. My wife is very tall. My kids, so my 10-year-old, he just turned 10 last month, is now 5'1". I'm 5'6". Okay. So what I've noticed in them, for example, is because they're growing at such fast rates and their bones are growing so much longer than mine. They have, and my wife has, dental problems because their body, as you mentioned, is using they have to supply and have a lot more minerals to make those bones grow and everything at a lot faster rate. And you know, she's had root canals and all sorts of stuff, and I'm like, what's wrong with the kids? They have like broken teeth and holes all the way down. I'm like, we don't even let them eat sugar. So it's definitely the mitochondria.
And they brush their teeth. They brush their teeth. So
twice a day, you know, twice a day. And we use the organic toothpaste and we do everything right by the book. So when you mentioned this to me and you said, Adam, what we know about cavities, what we know about dentistry in general, or at least dental health, isn't actually correct, you know. And when your doctors tell you if you've got osteoporosis, well, you need to supplement with calcium or what have you, that's not factually, yes, in a way it's correct, but it's only half of the story, right?
Exactly, because when you we had patients who had bad teeth. By the way, I want to go back to what you said about the kids. You are spot on there, because when you grow, you need a lot of minerals.
Yes.
And if you don't get enough because of the food, the quality of the food, which is very hard to get by these days, to get good food. So this happens. But also pregnancy. They have a saying here, every pregnancy costs you one tooth.
Right.
Why? Because you're building a baby. You need minerals. It's a lot of energy. So
are these also for, let's say, prenatal as well? I mean, is that something that is there usefulness there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's always useful. The good thing is, you were briefly talking about what doctors give when people have osteoporosis, right?
Right.
They give something, I don't know what the name is there, but here they usually prescribe a product called, or it's a medicine called Calci-2. It's an enormous amount of calcium,
right?
Plus D3.
Yeah. But so to that, so the difference between Europe and America is that supplements here are everywhere. Most people take, 5, 6, 7 different types of vitamins, and a lot of vitamins in Europe are regulated. So supplements are, in many cases, prescription based. We generally, you can get prescription vitamins from your doctor, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the difference. So I'm sure that most of what's prescribed here is some calcium like that, but it's over the counter, so to speak, in the supplements, because it's less regulated here.
Yeah.
So
and why they give this Calci-2 product? They say, it will lower the rate that you decalcifate or something your bones.
Yes.
In fact, if you give someone, because D3 is not enough, you need K2, you need apple cider, you need a lot of different products where you can read on the bottle what's in there. But
exactly,
you need a lot of different stuff in order to have it absorbed perfectly. And if you also check on the label, there's actually not a lot of calcium in there.
No.
Because do you think that if you take 5 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams of calcium, how big a chunk of your teeth would that be every day? So it's not necessary, because your body is really effective. It learned for hundreds of thousands of years. It learned how to work with the mineral, with the minimum of minerals available. And so we did a lot of trial and error again and again. Patients came back and they said, no, I don't have plaque anymore. And even cheekbone was with athletes. Very often athletes get a very thin cheek because they demand a lot of their bodies.
Right.
So it started growing back, so we could put implants instead of, or my partner, not me, but he could put implants back in, so. But also people who had osteoporosis and who came back and told us, that the density of the bone was measured and it increased.
Wow.
A little bit,
Yes.
but it increased, which
Gotcha.
is a different story than going every 6 months.
Because there really aren't any ways, theoretically, from my knowledge, to increase bone density other than like jumping rope and real, let's say isometric types of exercises to really put a lot of pressure on the bone. So if you've seen results in that, that is absolutely amazing, because that's what, as we age, the goal is to put on more muscle, but as you put on more muscle, you need more bone density to carry that muscle.
Yeah.
And otherwise it's fruitless. So that's quite a good finding that you guys have.
Yeah, so we are now mostly selling it through other dentists,
right?
Because they're starting to discover this. So they buy it and they sell it in their practices, give it to their clients. We have the biggest. We started last week in the biggest chain store, let's say the Walmart of the Netherlands. It's called Etos. And they have 550 stores here. So
nice.
Very proud of that. The problem we have is I'm talking to you. You're in the US.
Yes.
So I can tell you this story.
Yes.
Here in Europe, I'm not allowed to say about 50% of this story.
Right. So just with my little bit of marketing hat on, it's perfect to say this. We're not allowed to say that this product will reverse or stop cavities. We're not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Good.
You're not allowed to say that.
You're not allowed to say that.
I cannot comment on that.
I cannot say that. We're not allowed to say that this product stops cavities. So we're definitely not saying that this product stops cavities, because we're not allowed to say that.
No, and also it's what's very easy, and because when you take supplements, you think you notice that you've taken it, or you think something changed. But with this one, if you have plaque, and you take 2 in the morning, after a couple of hours, you don't have plaque. So you have enough. If you still have a little bit of plaque, you take 3 instead of 2.
Yep.
So like now we advise 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. There's 180 in one. Yeah, and so it's a lot.
Yeah.
And but you can immediately see if it works. If your calcium, magnesium, mineral supply in your mitochondria is enough.
Right.
Because I don't have plaque. My body doesn't harvest minerals from my teeth.
Nice. That's a very good indicator. And with most supplements, you're right. You can't tell if it's working until weeks or months later, and then was it this or was it that? So
yeah, whatever. Changed other habits, you don't know. It's never a double-blind study or something. So you just
right. Now, here's my big question. Okay. Yeah. So, being in the TV business with you and being in the technology business with you, we had some servers that we once put into MTVs, and those servers were copied, and we all learned from our mistakes, right? So what happened was we were like, yeah, we got this great technology. Come on, go ahead, MTVs, take it. And then a little while later, like, say, thank you, we copied it, and I'll see you later. So what is your special sauce here? What is your secret formula? I mean, not telling us the secret formula, but let's say, yeah, of course. What is it that makes you different than anybody else? So how are we not going to see 100 different copies of these or different things? And then we do see other ones that try to say they're putting it right here. What is it about your formula that is so special that, they couldn't get anywhere else or nobody would copy? Tell me about that.
Yeah, what we have is there's, if you read the label, there's one thing, actually 2 things that we don't need to put on the label.
Yes.
But they are crucial.
Yes.
If you don't put those in, you have plaque.
Right.
Because it helps, it's crucial for the absorption of the minerals. It could be that if someone buys a similar product without, or a copied product without these two substances in it.
Right.
And accidentally they have a diet in which this substance is well, how do you say that, is in their diet.
Yes.
Then they could also have no plaque. But it's the composition that was the most work, the exact composition, plus the fact that one of these substances, it's extremely complicated to manufacture.
Yes.
And we have it done in a factory in the UK.
Yep.
And they also bring the whole product, but this special thing needs to be combined with two other substances which are in there, and they need to stay together for a certain amount of time. They need to be mixed in a certain way. Good luck competition.
So it's a very special method of the manufacturing process. So yeah, you could go out into the world,
manufacturing process,
try to reverse engineer the ingredients or something like that, but it's the actual process and the way that it's done that makes it so special. And you know, that's the proof is in the pudding. Obviously, you know, when you can see the results, the plaque is lessening. We've been trying it now for about 2 weeks with my children. We've noticed a difference in their teeth. It's absolutely you know, something that you can see, and you're right about that. So now what I'm hoping is that it completely reverses. Now my question is,
sorry to interrupt, but if the cavities are too big, you need to fix them with the dentist.
Absolutely.
But starting cavities or really small ones, you know, Mats, my son.
Yes.
He's almost a pilot now. And he has one cavity, and he decided to participate in our experiment.
Nice.
So he didn't have it fixed. It's not really very small, but it's a cavity.
Yep.
And he's taking 4 of these every day. And we took pictures. It's something to experiment with your own kids. But
hey.
So we X-rayed his cavity, and we took another one last week, and it was 50% gone in 2 months. Well, it does take 2 months, but 50%. It's better than ruining it. Ruining a teeth by filling, because people don't. They think, oh, you just fill something, but
fill a root canal. That's the worst possible thing you can do for your health. Every dentist knows it, but especially down here in South Florida, we have something that I coined the term like a root canal mill. So every time you go in for a cavity, they say, oh, we need to do a root canal because it could be all the way to the root, and let's just not take the precaution. And here, $5,000. Here you go. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, it's the prices are way out of line in the Netherlands. The dentists generally, you know, there's a limit in, you know, what they make and how they go. Here, it's, you know, the dental professionals are $300,000, $400,000 a year. Some of them with the bigger properties and multiple dentists underneath them are making millions of dollars a year just simply by doing, let's say, unnecessary procedures. Because if you have something like this product right here and it isn't progressed very far, it hasn't progressed very far, if you're taking this, you're going to save a ton of money on just going in and getting these procedures done. It's definitely very preventative. And then, you know, it's to me, it makes sense to be on something on a daily basis that's going to keep you going in the right direction. Because if it has this effect on your teeth, it has this effect on your bones, that's going to have the effect on aging, because all your health comes from 2 places, which is your stomach and your mouth. And your mouth and your stomach with saliva and the acids, it all functions together, connecting to the brain. So this is obviously something that if people aren't taking, it's something you need to start taking now. And I think should be a part of everybody's routine for forever. Now, is there anything that would stop people from using this product? Is there anything that would say, hey, you can't use on it? Is it something you can be on for the rest of your life? You know, it's just minerals, right?
It's mineral. the reason why some people wouldn't take it, it's not the cheapest, but it's not expensive.
Much cheaper than a $5,000 root canal.
That's for sure. Plus, there's 180 caps in it. So if you buy it and you take 2 per day, you can also do 4. You have a good supply.
Right.
But in a latest, we did got a message that we have iodine in it. You know, iodine, iodium.
Yes. Iodine. Correct.
Iodine. We lowered it a little bit because there was one country in Europe where pregnant women were advised, but advised not to take too much. So we lowered it. But for the rest, it's just
and with iodine and with everything, there's always different sources of where you get your iodine. You can get your iodine from anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's where your formulas and the research that you and your doctors and scientists have done is so important, because sourcing of those materials and getting the right kind of iodine is obviously super important and super critical, because there's like molecular, all sorts of different types of iodine that you can get, and having the right combination is key. I mean, it's our bodies are just a big meat bag of chemicals. I mean, I speak about this a lot. It's in my book about a lot of different things, from alcohol. I used to have a problem with alcohol. I used to drink way too much. I don't drink at all because it changes your body's chemistry. And our body is just a meat bag of chemicals. Minerals are a key element in the regulation of all body functions. So why wouldn't we want our body to function in the absolute best, especially our teeth? So for me, I've seen a lot of products, and I get I get a lot of products from my doctor and different things for health benefits, some peptides, different, let's say, prebiotics and different things. I'm very much in tuned, and I'm very focused on finding the best. Now, everything you've told me about this product, everything I've seen with this product is absolutely revolutionary. And I think it's really going to grow to levels that have never been seen before. Because if you could simply, I don't know what the mathematics are. I'm sure you'll figure it out. But what it costs from, the average American or the average Dutch person or whatever it is, from the time that they are born until the time that they're 40 or 50 or 80 years old, the costs of the extra dental visits, the costs of the extra cleaning. So, without the plaque and the different things, generally when you go for a cleaning, the doctor's cleaning off this plaque, right? That's what they're scraping, and they're doing all this different stuff. So,
and also people spend a lot of money. Like it's like a high-end dental practice that has. So there's a lot of people there. They use fillers and plastic surgery and stuff.
Sure.
And they do this and they say, "Oh, that's too expensive."
Right.
But this is 10 times more expensive to remove this wrinkle.
Yes.
And they spend 10 times more money every 3 months to put a filler there.
Yeah.
And they forget about the essential thing. Your heart is important. Everybody knows. But where does your heart get the energy from? Mitochondria.
So you've got to feed the mitochondria,
Exactly.
the workhorse, the right kind of food. Because if you feed your horse, I heard some really guy once say, like, the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And he said, if somebody gives me chicken shit, we make chicken shit sandwiches, which was something like, I'm like, what? It's some kind of lemons to lemonade type of thing. But if you're feeding your mitochondria chicken shit, so to speak, which is what all this food is that most people are eating nowadays. The food, we've got to really talk about the food, because that is ultimately, I eat, grass-fed everything, my butter, my meat. I spend the extra money to get the better quality. I just eat less. I eat one meal per day as opposed to 3 meals per day, so you can get quality. But even with that, the leaching of the farmlands, the leaching of the grasslands that they're raised on, obviously the minerals come from the you're getting it from the food, from the plants and the animals that you consume, and it's been in a downward spiral, so to speak, for hundreds of years. The more commercial farming we get, the more we do there. So a product like the fundamentals is let me put it right there. A product like the fundamentals is absolutely something that you need to take on a daily basis, because it's just not there in your diet. I can try and, I supplement with this, I supplement with that, but I haven't found anything. And the studies are correct. So it builds bone density. Boom. Teeth help. Anything that can prevent that is just absolutely amazing. So what is it that you think that and let's say what's your real big vision for this? And because you're passionate about it, and I know you well and haven't seen you passionate about too many things, and especially in this space. So what's it really that your goal with this whole project? So you're one of the winningest guys in the world that I know. What is it really that you're looking to take this product to? What's your vision, and really, how many people you're looking to help? How are you looking to help them, and what kind of ways are you looking to grow this business?
Well, you just asked the question about others being able to copy it.
Yes.
To make a copy of it.
I did.
My partner, the dentist, he would say, good, let them do it, because then more people can access good health.
Gotcha.
That's something, huh?
Right.
But that's my role, to stop that. But he is right. So that is basically the ultimate goal of our company is to create 5 products, of which we know there's 2 now.
Okay, tell me about those.
Of which we know.
What's the other one? What is the other one solve?
This one is fundamentals. It's not called. So the one that we've been talking about is fundamentals.
Right.
And we called it fundamentals because we believe that the energy supply in your body is fundamental for survival.
Right.
You cannot survive if you don't have that.
Gotcha.
Now, you take this, you're good. This is the second one.
Okay, nice.
It's called, maybe you can read it, Real C. It's Real C.
Yes.
Nothing else than a vitamin C, because this one acts as a turbocharger on this one.
Yes.
But only because this is real vitamin C.
It's not ascorbic acid.
Ascorbic acid is the biggest misconsumption in the world.
Yeah, it's garbage.
If when vitamin C is offered to us by nature, it consists of 5 compounds. It's like a little ball, and the outer layer is ascorbic acid. And then there's 4 other substances in there. One of them is...
and everybody's missing the other substances.
Yes, but yet our bodies have been used to using natural vitamin C for hundreds of thousands of years.
Yes.
So that's why people taking too much vitamin C, ascorbic acid, they get all kinds of poisoning effects. They can actually die if you really overdose on it. This is a natural product. It comes from the rainforest. This one is not protected. Everybody can copy it, and doesn't matter. But we sell it, and we know the quality is biological. It's 100% natural. But the aim is to have 5 products that, if an average healthy person buys these 5 products, they are 95% safe.
Nice.
You don't need to go into a pharmacy with all these different jars. If you have to buy this one, if you want to compose this one yourself, you will go to the pharmacist or to the drugstore.
Right.
You have to buy 8 jars minimum to get what is in here.
Nice.
8 jars.
Nice.
And this drove me mad because I've been using supplements also all my life.
Yep.
And I just, whenever I got into like a specialized store or something, it's too much for me. Too many jars, and you're going to spend hundreds of euros or dollars.
And you don't really know what works.
Exactly, because So that's what I said when we started this company. I said we're only going to do researched, functioning products that make life easier.
Well, I like the name. I mean, it is the basics, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if you take everything back to the basics of what your body really needs,
Yeah,
and can really get, and you can supply that, you win.
exactly. And
Yeah.
if, of course, everybody has his specific needs because of genetic things or,
Of course.
whatever happened. So that's where the 5% comes in. But they only need to buy 1 or 2 products on top of this. But
Gotcha.
this provides the nutrition because this one is the fundamentals for the mitochondria. This one is vitamin C, which boosts the mitochondria and also the immune system. And then the next one, that's we're now they start the manufacturing in about a month.
Yep.
It's oils. It's astaxanthine. It's omega. It's vitamin E, and in that league.
Okay, nice.
I'm personally a big fan of astaxanthine. I don't know if you probably know it, but or krill oil, that kind of, that's really also very. And then we will make one line with probiotics, and then the last one will be B.
Okay.
Completely B. So 5 products, and the basics are set.
Nice. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's really about preventative. I speak to a lot of investors, a lot of wealthy people, and a lot of the thing about them is that not many are as healthy as they should be. They've all got the big belly. That's one thing I like about the Dutch is that you all are really focused on your health, much more than the wealth side of things. At least as a first point of, you understand the mantra that without health, there is no wealth, and really health is wealth.
Yeah.
And if you invest in your health along the way, you don't have to do all these different surgeries and, let's say, proactive measures instead of preventative measures. And a lot of them, of course, there is no fountain of youth. We haven't figured out a way to live forever. I'd love to live till 150. It's one of my personal goals to extend my health and my wellness out as far as possible and just enjoy the time that I have here on this planet as best as possible. So by using the right products, and really, this is a food-based product. I mean, it essentially is the supplement for the food that we take. So as much as you eat every day, you have to view this product as something that is part of your diet, not necessarily I know it's called a supplement, but for me, if you have a salad, chances are it's grown in a greenhouse somewhere in ways that is not naturally intended. So you're going to have, depletion of these types of things. So it's actually, for me, the way that I view it is a
that's
food.
The way it is. It's that's exactly like you say. I mean, we are growing food. A cucumber, we can grow it in 3 weeks now, and it used to take 3 months. Right. And now it's growing from water. So where does it get the minerals? But diet is key. Everybody should, because this is a supplement. You need to eat, but you need good. You said that you are careful. I also eat grass-fed, no sugar. I don't eat carbs or very little. Stay on the same weight, whatever you do, much more energetic, sharp, focused. And then you add this and you go back to the natural state of being a human instead of eating all the garbage and at the same time eating more, but having less.
Yeah. Having more mass, but less health, less time for your children. I mean, I found myself I allowed myself, I had some poor eating habits. I was drinking too much. I was just basically, I allowed my weight to get really out of control. And that's when the doctor said to me, Adam, you really got to make a change here, or you're pre-diabetic. I didn't have enough energy for the kids. I had all sorts of things going on. And it's really a choice you have to make. And this is one of those choices that you have to make on a daily basis, be committed to it, And I think, for most people, it's going to absolutely change their life. So thank you for creating this product. Thank the doctor for, let's say, being so selfless and not focused on only the money side of things. We've done that for a long time in our life, and it's a rat race and money, money, money. But at this point, I like where he's coming from, that he wants to just help more people. The dentists aren't going to like this product. The dentists, aren't going to like it that much, because it's going to keep.
Yeah, we do see dentists who start to sell this product, but you never know if it's because they can make a nice extra little bit of money of it, or. But a lot of biological dentists, which is a thing here,
okay,
and they offer it to their clients.
Okay, nice. I'm sure it'll come, because you still need to go to the dentist. You still need to get your teeth looked at. But here, sure, it's a giant revenue stream for them. So taking away those cavities and root canals, they're not going to like that here. So you're not going to create friends in that dental space. Not all the way, but doctors like you're talking with that have a good view of let's say where they want people to go, as opposed to just coming in and getting procedure after procedure. So this is really, I've never seen anything like it. I've never heard of anything like it. If you haven't tried it, I recommend everybody to try it. So how do they get in touch with this product? Right now, it's only for sale in the Netherlands, I guess.
No, it's a website we have now.
Okay.
So the retail is exclusively for this chain that Ahold, it's called. It's a big company. They're here and in Belgium, so they sell it here in Belgium. Retail nowhere else yet, but online we have a web shop, and people can just order and.
Super. So you ship to the US, you ship to South Africa, you ship to everywhere in the world?
I have to check that, because we are slowly moving up, but I think the US, we have clients there already in Florida.
Okay, nice.
So that should be okay. The website is basalbasics.nl.
Okay, basal, BASAL, BASICS.NL.
Yeah.
If you'd like to get this product. If you have children and they're growing, get on this, because it's not necessarily the sugar, as you mentioned, that's making their teeth bad, because my kids don't have sugar. So,
kids should take, because we recommend 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Kids should take, can also take, but we use 15 kilograms, one per 15 kilograms.
Gotcha.
So 1 5 kilogram one. So
we got them on one. Mine are taking 1 per day. It's working quite well. If we see any need to, let's say, up the dosage or lower the dosage, everybody's body's different, So if you see that, I like that you can measure it by plaque, which is anything that you can measure, you can definitely sell, because the measurement of anything is the proof in the pudding. So I like that. So anybody that has kids, definitely get on this. If you're up in years, there's nobody really that shouldn't be taking this product. So thank you, Erro, for presenting this to the world. I wish you all the greatest successes, even more in accomplishing getting the Basal Basics out to the rest of the world, and fulfilling some of the visions you told me that both you and the dentist share in, just solving the problem of cavities, right? You solve the problem of cavities. Now, if you solve the problem of cavities, other than getting your teeth knocked out, what's the real problem? There isn't one. So,
but one more thing before we go.
Tell me.
Also, Ahold, so that's the biggest retail company here in one of the biggest in Europe.
Yes.
The commercial director of the company, he had inflamed gums always.
Gingivitis, yes. They bleeding gums, inflamed gums, and recessive gums are also a problem, right?
Exactly. So why were we allowed without having to pay them or whatever. And they are very helpful to us to sell our products through their shops. Because this guy had this problem of bleeding and for years and years and years, ever since he was in high school.
Wow.
He got, through his dentist, he got this product. 3 days, it was gone.
Wow.
Then he said, so that's how we got into the ethos, because they said, we need to sell that product, we need to sell it. So that's a fun story. But also, if you grind your teeth in the night,
yeah,
that's also a way of harvesting calcium. If you take it, we heard from some patients, they stopped grinding their teeth.
Wow. Yeah.
Sensitivity also really fast. So if you have sensitive teeth,
sensitive gums or sensitive teeth.
Wow.
Teeth, yeah. Wow. So cavities, gingivitis, gum disease, it covers the gamut because, oh, man,
it all has the same origin.
Yeah.
A shortage in the mitochondria.
Yes.
So
you guys got it figured out. I like that, and
yeah.
you've always been a solutions guy, and this is a real big problem. I mean, it's when you can solve big problems, you've got real big success. You got the winningest combination of anything out there. So, all my success to you. I appreciate you. And thank you again for bringing the basal basics to the world, to my children. I personally thank you for solving their problems. They're going to be on it for quite some time as well, and we're going to keep them going in the right direction, teaching them the lessons. And I had bad teachers. I was educated by that big black box on the wall that told me 5 out of 10 dentists approved this type of toothpaste and fluoride was going to solve all my problems.
Yeah.
So, it's really good to get some good information. I appreciate that. Now, if people want to get more information as well, is there more information about, let's say, the testimonials of some of these studies and different things on the website as well?
They should contact us, because here the law is so stringent in Europe. We cannot say anything.
We're not allowed to say anything that it cures these things. Absolutely.
Yeah, because they will fine us hugely. Plus, that if we want to bypass that will cost us millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Well, I think you're not really going to have to say much, because it sounds like your clients are saying enough to speak for you. So all of you've got your son who reversed his. You've got proof in the X-rays. You've got the guy who had the gingivitis. You've got the bone density increases. And those people, it's going to just explode, because word of mouth, especially we're talking about teeth, is where it is. And those people can say whatever they want. So don't worry about what you can say. We want to hear more from other people. I'm going to keep, pontificating about how good the product is. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of these, let's say, testimonials on YouTube and all over the world, because it's going to be such a huge product. Again, you solve such a big problem. So thank you, Erro. Have a great day. This is the Winningest, and appreciate you. Thank you much.
Bye-bye.